Yo, welcome. Today I wanted to go. Today I want to do a cool exercise. I want to do a solid static drum mix in about 10 to 15 minutes. So typically when I record a band, first thing I record of course are drums. And then when drums are done, I make sure to edit them. So I always want really tight drums before I record any guitars. But then what I do as well, I do a quick drum mix. So for when the guitar players come in, they already have a nice sounding drum track to play to. That makes the session all the more fun. It gets the musicians more in the song, you know. So I always do it, I never skip it, because I think it's really crucial to have your recording sound as good as possible right from the start. So let's do it. I'm gonna do it real time. So let's see if I can maybe put some kind of a clock on the screen as well. Let's make these drums sound good in hopefully not in half an hour. Alright, so I opened up a session. This session is actually a great example because we're still in the tracking phase here. So this is a song for my own band. It's a new song and I have been tracking drums. So the only thing we did here was we did record some guide guitar lines and a bass guide for me to play to when I'm tracking drums. I created a stereo track here to which I recorded my stereo drums. So these are the raw tracks. I just did it to make a comparison later on in the video so we can compare it with the drum mix that I did. So the drums have been edited and the drums have been phase aligned, which is of course a must, but I'm not going fully in depth on getting your drums in phase because that's for another video. So now I'm going to just focus on mixing the drums. Normally when I am in a mixing session, my drum routing is a bit different, but now we're still in a tracking session. So I have all my drum tracks going to my drum bus. Normally I have it split up in close mics, overheads and room mics, but for this example it's not really necessary. I did not have a timer. Actually I had one, but it was just a trial version and I tested it out. Turns out I can only put in 2 timers a day. So now when I wanted to start the video, I had to pay for the damn thing. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm not gonna do that. So we just have to keep notion of the time, but I think it will work. Okay, so let's start with the drum mix now. So just to make sure this is not a full-on drum mix, so there are a lot of things that I'm not gonna do right now. So for example, I would start off now with applying some low pass and high pass filtering on my drums, but I'm not going to do that for the sake of the video because otherwise it would take too long. And since this is not a full drum mix, I just want to prepare a good drum sound for the guitar player to play to. So okay, another thing, I'm not going to be talking that much because I'm busy doing the mix, but I will try to explain some things as I go along. So first off, I'm going to do panning and general balance. Okay, that sounds about right to start with. First thing I'm gonna do is apply soothe on the cymbals and hi-hats because it's really too stingy for me and it's quite annoying. So first off I'm gonna apply the FAB filter. There's a lot of low end that I really don't need in my hi-hats, I mean a lot. Get rid of it. this. I'm gonna do the same for my overheads. Why not copy this over? But not be as fierce, of course. Something around this area would be very good. And then indeed, and also I'm gonna take another instance of Soothe. There's actually a great preset for this. It's called Dampen the Snare. Also for my rooms, I'm just gonna take a preset. It's called Drum Room Harsh. Alright, great. Okay, let me go on with the kick then. Oops. Alright, go to the fab filter as well for the snare. Come on, man. We have time constraints. Well, isn't that great? Yes, it can have it. Okay, for this I'm gonna do the SSL channel. There's actually a great preset. Load up, man. I think it's called Snare Bottom. Yep. Petite. Okay, that sounds about right for me, man. This snaky. I'm not gonna do too much with it, but I'm do need some compression on this because I like the sound of it. I'm gonna use it as some kind of, let's say, parallel compression kind of thing. I think it would sound great for this. You see? Yes. It does give a lot of power. Yeah. Okay, Toms, I need Fabi Fab filter on this. Fab filter, yes. And please copy it to my other Tom as well. So I have to find a section with a Tom, of course, otherwise I cannot really. Doom, doom. Why not copy that over, man? It sounds great. Is there another floor section in here? Okay. A little bit lower to the 100. Okay, time to duplicate the kick and get a sample underneath it because it does sound a lot better. No insert on this and no insert on this yet. I'm just gonna need trigger. I'm just gonna take a mono track here at this point. Browser, there is really one that I like because it gives a lot of tick. Whoops. Go to triggering, go to curves. Don't need that much dynamic. Does need a lot of velocity, but the range. I'm not gonna fine tune the sensitivity and detail here. I just want to make sure that it triggers most of the hits. Like I said, it's not a real definite drum mix. So okay, I just want to check the phase though. View mixer. Okay, when I put it out of phase, you immediately hear that it loses a lot of low end. So the phase is at this point very good, but I'm gonna double check it in a bit anyways. So for the snare, I'm gonna do the same. So I'm gonna duplicate the track. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of that as well. And I'm going to put trigger on it. But for this, I'm gonna obviously take stereo. There is a snare that I really like as well. Oh, kick. Jesus. Sounds great right off the bat. Same thing here. Does not need a lot of dynamic. Do need a lot of velocity. Mix. Check the phase right. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. Sensitivity. I know there's a few, like the intro. It's and that is of course because I turned down my dynamics, right? So indeed for this one maybe I'm gonna put a little bit more of dynamics. I'm gonna do it like this. Dumb mistake from my side. Of course it was sensitivity. Okay, but This is really point, 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 point. So let's get rid of that. Then FabFilter. I'm guessing it's somewhere 400 kind of area. Betting. Not better. Okay, that already sounds a lot better. What I'm gonna do now is to commit this track. Not this one, you dumb nut. Commit this track. So what I'm gonna do now is commit this track with the trigger on it. Commits, hide and make inactive. So when I commit this track, it's gonna eat up a lot less of CPU power because the trigger doesn't have to run real time, but also because I'm gonna do a phase check now. Normally you shouldn't have to do the commit thing, but I'm noticing that it has a lot of problems when I'm trying to phase check this. I'm gonna do the same for my kick. Select tracks, hide and make inactive. Yes. Come on, you bastard. My clock is running. Whoopa. Okay, now so I'm gonna phase check my kick to my sampled kick. So to make sure auto align works well, you have to put it first in your chain. Okay, then have this play as well. Okay, 19 samples off. So at least I could hear the low end that you got back from it. So it's really necessary to put all of your stuff in phase. So next thing, we're gonna do it with the snare as well. So auto align on the snare. Let's solo this input level. Okay, solo my sample track. Put another instance of auto align on that one as well. So this is gonna receive from 2. What am I doing? I have to send to 2 and of course receive on 2 for this one. .30 samples off. You could also hear the low end you got back from this as well, so that's huge. Alright, so I think this is my total drum mix. Let's hear it. Compared to this. Okay, so that was a quick drum mix. Hope you got anything out of it. If yes, then very good. If not, then again, I'm sorry. Okay, talk to you soon, man. Bye.